Shimon ben Peninnah, Yitzchak, Isaac ben Ilana, Avram Baruch ben Tvorah. So I was looking through, starting to put some material together for Pesach, Project Inspired. So I was looking through a book that was talking about the biggest fears of a human being. Save for, and in this order by the way, save for public speaking and death. What do you guys think is one of the most common fears of the human species?
Death.
Very good. So death's one of them for sure. What else?
Taxes. No money.
No geld, which is a corollary of one of these things. So one of the things that comes up in all the research is a fear of failure. It's tremendous fear that we have a fear of failure. Is this a Torah perspective? So we see in this week's Parsha Truma that it's for sure not a Torah perspective. How do we know this? Because Moshe Rabbeinu is asked to build a Mishkan. And we know there's the conversation between Moshe Rabbeinu and Kadosh Baruch Hu, and he says, I don't know what's flying here. It's basically a spiritual edifice. How's this thing going to come up? So the Midrash says basically, Kadosh Baruch Hu says to Moshe, you show up, you do your part, don't worry. We'll take care of the rest. Which is slightly different to the Mishnah and others, which says that we are not responsible for, we're responsible to start something. We're not responsible. So this is where the Chiddush is. It says in a number of Sfarim that we are, even if we think by our cheshbon it's impossible for us to achieve something, that is no excuse for us to start something. If you have done your cheshbon and you spoke to your Rebbe and you wanted, we are mechuyev to start something. It's up to our Kadosh Baruch Hu. So, as many of you know, I have had this chus to be very, very close to Rav Noach Weinberg for many, many years. This is a classic case in point. So Rav Noach Weinberg saw the spiritual genocide of the Jewish people. He saw tens of thousands of our disenfranchised brothers and sisters falling into a spiritual abyss. He was a top Talmud, he was a top Bocher at Ner Yisrael. He could have gone anywhere. And he said, this is it, I'm starting a Baal Tshuva yeshiva. He was known as Crazy Noach. He said, this is what I'm going to do. First yeshiva, bombed terribly. So another yeshiva, on the fifth time where the wheels came off, he picked up his bag, was walking across his dira, his Rebbetzin says, that's not why you're in this world. This is why he took 8 or 10 guys in the old Mizgab Ladach and he started a place called Eisha Torah. So in his mind's eye, how's it going to be? People, naysayers, it's impossible. Our job in this world is to start, and we leave the afterthought, the succession, how things come together, up to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. The most Haskell, I think, for us is as follows. The world doesn't work like the physical world, like we put in effort and the response. If you do the right thing, you show up, you suit up, and it's the HaKadosh Baruch Hu make things happen. Amen. Shkoyach.